well as our YouTube page. So y'all stay tuned for some very positive input and advice from your boy, Coach Marshall. Peace.
This here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more than a coach. This here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more than a coach. Yeah, this here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more.
What's up, y'all? What's up? This your boy, Coach Marshall, from the More Than a Coach Sports Recap. And hey, this morning, I'm coming at you a day late, but hey, we still on time. I got a special guest gonna be on the show with me this morning. It's one other than my man, Coach Dominic Williamson. Let me get it right. I always mess it up. That's why I just like saying coach. So Coach gonna come on. Y'all gonna see him. We're gonna talk some high school sports, some local sports, and things like that with Coach. For my Michigan fans, he gonna make us mad, but we know how that goes. Y'all see him in the background tripping. But that's all right. That's my man, though. Look at him. He got a garbage bag on, but we're gonna talk about that later. So with no other delay, y'all know what time it is. I gotta pay them bills. And thank all my sponsors for being on here and helping me make this show possible. So I gotta start out with my guy JKG Apparel and Designs. It's Mr. Greg Lewis. Y'all reach out to him 989-980-4838. Hey, build what you believe in. He got you. Also, shout out to my brother Reggie Baldwin from Baldwin Multimedia. Like I said, pictures, video, music, whatever you want, he take care of you. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to Mr. Reg Baldwin and get yourself squared away. And also, I got a new group that supports the More Than a Coach and the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Live Ways. It's a new app, y'all, started by some young brothers. Hey, y'all got to join them, follow him. Come on, link up with him. He got some major things going. Andrea's got it going on, him and his team. Y'all make sure y'all support Live Ways, all right? And as well, if I don't do this, I don't know where I'll be, but I still ain't got a thing up here on the thing. So I'm going to give her this sound of love right here. But I got to give a shout out to Beautifully Just Being Me, all my hair and beard oil. We want to thank people that's been supporting us. Actually, we had a new supporter yesterday, Mr. Lamar Woodley, came in and bought him a bottle of it, supporting the Mrs. Movement. So we appreciate him. So with no further delay, y'all, I got to introduce my guy, Coach Dominic Williamson. How you doing this morning, Coach? Uh-oh, I don't hear you, bro. What happened? Oh, I know that's on me. My fault. I got you. Yeah, we there now. We there.
Am I back?
Got you now. Yep, you there.
I can't see nothing on my end.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
Oh, okay, cool. Say, man, this technology always doing something, bro.
Man, I got all this Apple stuff, and my watch go off, and then everything switches to the watch. So, but I'm here.
Yep, same way, bro. Yeah, man. So, what you been up to though, bro? Before we get started about our sports.
Oh man, just working. Continue to working, trying to take care of my family, man.
Yes.
That's about it, Coach. But me and you family anyway. We linked up. Your granddaughters is my nieces, so
that's right. That's right. So we tied in there.
Yeah, we tied in.
Babies. That's right. Yeah. That's cool, man. So maybe before we get started in the sports thing, man, what you feeling about football right now? How you feeling about things?
Oh man, on the high school level, man, I feel like we need a little bit more participation and more support, man. Especially locally. We got a lot of critics, a lot of people that don't understand. I never reached the varsity level of coaching, but I've been assistant on varsity with you as well as in Pinconning. But I have been a head coach for JV twice in my career with you and in Pinconning, and the support is not there.
Man, big time.
You go out there, kids go out there, parents expect a high expectation, but the expectations really starts at home. So you got to, make sure your kids grades right, studying right, You know, and I tell people now, you know, different than when I was playing, you know, you got
Mm-hmm.
more nutrition, more personal training, you
Yep.
got more of everything that's at your hand. So, you know, you should be able to, you know, we should be able to get this thing back going in Saginaw, man.
Yeah. And I got faith in it, man. I see a lot of knocking on coaches, even when I coach, you coach, we got dogged out. We know that. But
Yes.
until you get out there and that grind with us, that sun, that rain, that cold, and then get into them classrooms and schools with us, man, I wish you'd have stopped too, man. And I see a lot of that on social media where they dogging coaches out, putting the coaches down. But don't let's play a major 100% role in this. Parents got to support,
Yes.
got to encourage, push your kids to get out here and play. You can't have a varsity program all summer with 25 kids, and then we go into week 3, and now here come 30 kids want to play football. We already behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? And then like last week, somebody sent me a picture a couple weeks ago when Bridgeport played Freeland. It was the worst thing I ever seen, bro. You had Freeland side, hundreds of people. Then they pan the camera over to Bridgeport. We had 3 fans out there. You know, as a player, I walk out and I don't see my parent or see some people in the crowd just there for us, whether we win or lose. That's a hard pill to swallow. And I think, like you said, our city, our community got to do better. Like I know you guys have been celebrating your homecomings with Arthur Hill and Saginaw High.
Yeah. Yes.
So I know that's been bringing a lot of people out. Like
But
I'm
this,
pretty
this,
sure.
but
Go
this
ahead.
thing, coach, that's only homecoming's only once a year. We playing 9 games. You playing 9 games, and you only getting support for one time, and that's because you shutting down 2 high schools and combining them to one. The only reason you getting that support,
Yeah,
because
that's
if it
true.
wasn't homecoming, if this was a regular day, say Saginaw High Arthur Hill going to be open next year individually, probably together off 9 games and probably 5 home games, you probably getting a total of probably 25 fans for the whole 5 games total.
Mm,
You
wow.
know, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is, man. But hopefully when they get to this new high school, man, um, don't know what direction they're gonna go in. You know how things always change when it come to coaching and everything. So, I mean, I think Coach Arthur do a good job, and they do a good job with what we have. You've been there when you was at Pecan, you've been there when you was with me at Bridgeport. You know, I mean, we can't give you the whole gumbo if we ain't got all the ingredients.
That's
You
true.
know, few years ago at Bridgeport, we had all the ingredients, and it still was a struggle because you got to still get them to buy in and got to get them to play. But in time though, bro, in time. So since we on the high school scene, man, Bridgeport had their homecoming last week as well.
Okay.
They took a hard loss to Alma, 41-24. You know, fought hard though, from what I was told. I wasn't there because I was at the work, but I heard they did fight hard though. And 24 points, that's big points putting up for Bridgeport, you know.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And then also across town, United, that's the new Saginaw High Arthur Hill team. They had to face Bay City Western. They lost 63-30, put up points again. But you playing these big schools, man, you coming in with 30 kids and they got ooh 60,
20.
70 kids.
I just for to say, yeah, a lot. I
Yeah.
personally know one of the assistant varsity coaches at Bay City Western, and I was texting
Okay.
during the game. I was like, because he was predicting, probably a shutout. And
Yeah.
I asked, I said, man, so I said, okay, that ain't a shutout. So it made me kind of proud because I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
30 points, 30-point difference. That means, the talent, that shows you that the talent is there.
Yep.
The talent is there. Now,
Yeah.
can we nurture it and get it to perform at a high level? That's what we
Hmm.
probably missing right now. And
That's
sometimes,
true.
it ain't coach.
Yep.
It's the individual gotta want it. A
That's
lot of
true.
us parents, we want it for our kids, but like always, my philosophy is always you gotta want it for yourself.
Yeah.
I tell people a great coach, and not to switch it from basketball to football, but I learned a long time ago, a great coach in basketball is worth 6 points. So with me and you
Mm-hmm.
being on the bench, we coming out 6-0. We
Yep,
already up 6 points. Now, how this game gonna dictate is gonna be on how y'all perform. I'm not performing,
that's
you're
right.
not performing, Coach Arthur's not performing. The kids got to buy in and perform. You got to want it.
That's so
And
true.
like I tell people, I was at Arthur Hill doing those championship runs.
Hmm.
So I know how it looked and how it posted. Like Dion always say, Coach Prime say, I know
Hmm.
how it posted look and how it posted feel.
That's
And we
right.
got to get back to that feeling. But you got to want to be dominant though.
That's true. And I think, man, in time we'll get back, man. I still got faith in Saginaw football because I remember them days, man. Like you said, from the Marvin Wrights and all y'all squads y'all had, Sam Swords and them, for Big James Reed and them and Wood and them teams, you know what I'm saying? Tony Martin's, man, of course we know the great himself, Mr. Chuck Rogers.
Yes.
We know Saginaw full of talent, man, and we're gonna come back. And when we come back, everybody better watch out. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I believe that.
Better get us right now while we struggling and everything.
Yeah.
And speaking of Saginaw talent, man, I like to do a little thing, man, where I call it the ISO moment. Because this young man right here on the screen, Braylon, man, he taking the city, the state, and shit damn near the country by storm right here out of Saginaw. You
Hey,
know, and I mean Heritage, they battling right now, good football program. I think they 4-2 on the year. They got a big one at Dow this week. I didn't get his stats for last week, but I know before last week, my man had 35 receptions for over 870 yards receiving with 12 touchdowns. That's numbers there, bro.
hey, I got the little high school football app where I just follow all the local teams, and hey, he's a monster. I mean, like
Hmm.
I said, I know he's a recruit to Miami of Ohio, but to
Yeah,
me, that kid on the screen is a high. I know Miami Ohio D1, nothing against MAC teams, but that's a Big Ten, Pac-10, SEC talent right there.
yeah.
Hands,
And
speed,
I got a guest just asked
physical.
too. He just popped up. He said, "Did he get his 1,000 yards yet?" We don't know what his stats was for this past weekend, but if he got over another 150, 60 yards, he probably will. But I will
Oh yeah,
definitely check on it, for sure. But you're right though, Dominique, man. I know he got Army, Bowling Green, Central Michigan, and Eastern all offered him as well. I even seen a thing that Central will be at his game Friday night since it's at Mount Pleasant. But we talking about the two top teams in the state. Well, one top team and another, they struggling
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
But the
Struggling.
Spartans, why these cats ain't put no paper out to this boy yet? For real. I don't
I never
understand that one,
understood
bro.
that. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
either.
know.
Like I say, to me, it looked like just looking on the field, it looked like he's a good teammate, no character issues. I don't know how his
Hmm.
grades is, but probably being a heritage in the township, your grades got to be decent anyway to play. Or they
Yeah,
ain't gonna let you play.
he top
So,
tier.
oh,
Yeah, his
so
mom's don't play that. He top tier.
yeah. So there's no reason this kid shouldn't be like this. If Charles Rogers, great Charles Rogers, went to
Hmm.
Michigan State, this guy supposed to be the next pipeline to Michigan State from Saginaw. Period.
And to be real with you, bro, they said he broke one of Child's records too already. So that tell you something,
Like,
you
like,
know.
like even if I'm a Big Ten team like Purdue, you got this Stuart Swagger, pipeline right there. Why y'all
Hmm.
not recruiting the kid? Why he didn't get a scholarship, to Purdue?
That's right.
I mean, it just blows my mind. A kid with that talent
Yeah.
shouldn't be at a high, like I say, Big Ten, SEC, Pac, well, no more Pac-12 after next year. ACC type school.
Yeah. Well, we gonna continue to watch him grow and watch the records he come up with and continue to break and set trends, But I got to get a chance to go see him this year before the season over. This work schedule permit for me. but that's for
Oh
real
yeah.
though. Also, too, man, another couple Davidson High School. No, I think they number one in the state. If they ain't number one, they number two or something like that. Out of all classes, they had a big win, 44-0 over South Lyon. So I seen them boys, and they look like a small MAC school,
Oh yeah.
loaded with talent. So hats off to them boys in Davidson. The big game this weekend, we got Frankenmuth and Freeland. So what you think about that game this week?
Man, ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Coach Thompson and Freeland is the real
Hmm.
consistent with that T, and then he go out of the T, and he both of them been knocking on the door for that state championship the last couple of years, like the last three
Yeah,
years. But
that's true,
man, that's the key is, man, can anybody in the Tri Valley beat Frankenmuth?
man.
That's to, that is the biggest question. I mean, can anybody in the Tri Valley really beat Frankenmuth? Yeah, they lost to Goodrich earlier this season, but we talk about conference games and dominating the conference. I mean,
Yeah,
I never saw nothing like this in a long time. I mean, that when can somebody point when the last time they lost like a conference game?
I don't know. I know Freeland was close one year. I think Swan Valley might have got them a few years ago when they made their run. I
Okay,
think Swan Valley got them. And then I will tip my hat. We lost though. Well, we lost 45, 47, 45.
but I was in
We
the
threw
playoffs, wasn't it?
Nope, that was final game of the season we had lost to him, bro.
Okay,
Yep, we played. That was in 2017. That's when we made it to the playoffs.
okay.
That was the year I took Bridgeport and we flipped the script after 18 years and made it. But we gave up three special team touchdowns.
Oh,
That
you know
cost us
that
that
year
game.
right there. You had the high school version of Cam Newton though,
Yeah,
with your
I had
nephew.
baby Cam. Hey, I had baby Cam, baby Randy Moss, and baby Santana Holmes. I had them
Oh
all
yeah,
that year, man. That was a good ride for me, man. I wish I could still have them days. I mean, I had some good teams after that, but that was a special team. We had Jerome Bettis, baby Bus running the ball with Marcel.
oh
So
yeah,
we did a lot of good things back then though. But hey, one day it'll get back to it though.
oh
You
yeah,
know. So, but yeah, that should be a big game this week. So anybody out there want to go see some good football? Besides, I know a lot of people be at the high homecoming. You got to go see Frankenmuth and Freeland. I think it's the game of the night throughout the state. So
yeah. I
I'll be
agree
in the
with you.
building to check it out for a minute. At least go see a half and try to go. I want to go to the homecoming in a little bit and mess with some people. I was
Okay.
already threatening. Don't wear my BV shirt around there.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Man, you
And
know I'm
the
gonna
way they're
wear it.
doing it with these schools, and everybody that's gonna be alumni or something.
For real.
Unless you're a kid now, you just be a Saginaw United, person. But everybody else school is
Yep.
disband.
That's for real there too. Yeah, man. So man, ooh, big college game this past weekend. It's a big college game,
Ooh.
Battle of the Valleys. I didn't get to make it, but I heard Saginaw Valley came out hot. And then Grand Valley showed them what them big dogs all about.
I mean, that's
It was 55-14.
well, that's a different. Grand Valley is like legend. Since Brian Kelly was there.
Yeah.
LSU coach. So Grand Valley is a different. It's a different monster on that D2 level.
Man,
But I think that's D2, right?
you see that
Oh yeah,
jersey
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
up
Your
there?
cousin, yeah. Your
That's
cousin got
a
a couple
legend
championships
jersey.
down there, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a matter of fact. That jersey, his first national championship, I took it right off his back on the field.
Man,
Had him signed and everything. That jersey ain't been washed, bro.
oh man,
It ain't been washed. And now rest his soul, man.
yep.
You know, I keep it up there all the time. That's all y'all don't know. That's my little cuz Keontae Marshall, another Saginaw High great and Grand Valley legend.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
keep that
Saginaw
right there on
Valley.
that
I mean,
wall.
and even with that coach, you'll wonder why Saginaw Valley's like it don't got to be the top tier like D1 talent, but the kids that's out there putting up effort and whatever. Like, how many kids do Saginaw Valley got on from Saginaw Bay City, Midland on a roster? I'm probably thinking to myself, probably less than 15, Probably less than,
Yeah.
but you right here, you know, less than 15. Last guy I know that went there was the Boats kid from Carlton.
Yep. And you got Isaiah Page from the high. I know them two for sure. But I don't know. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. I know they do some recruiting though.
Okay,
I think the hard part about a local team keeping our kids, most of our kids want to get away from Saginaw.
that's true.
You know, I mean, even my nephew, he was going to Siena before Saginaw Valley came in the picture. But then, all the stuff changed and he ended up going to basketball, following his heart. And we see what he's doing over there.
Oh man,
And,
it's
but
pretty
you're
good.
right. I think Sequarius was going to go there at one point, but some things happened. So he ended up at Olivet and he doing his thing out there too. So you're right, though. Need to see more local. I want to see them, like you said, not just football, basketball too.
Yeah.
See more local kids, home. Because when you get out to Saginaw Valley, it is a beautiful campus, and you don't really have to come back on this side of town if you don't want to, you
No.
know.
And then the
But you
key
got to
point
get,
is, coach, free education is a free education to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
it is.
mean, yeah, it may be local, but then you get that Saginaw Valley degree. If you want to leave out of Saginaw, you can always leave. I tell anybody, you can leave Saginaw because Saginaw probably hate to say it, love Saginaw, love my city, but
Yep.
you can go for 30 years and come back and it's still gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Still
The
going
same
to
people gonna be still doing the same thing. So go out here and explore, but get that education. The
Yeah,
education piece, is the most important piece. I
that's
love
it.
sports, but education is what's going to take you to another level. You
That's
know,
true, coach.
your
Yes, sir.
networking and everything. So that's the most important thing. But if I'm Saginaw Valley, recruits, just reach out to them, give them opportunity, because that's all kids really want is opportunity.
That's it too. And some of them go get them opportunities and they gonna make the best of it. Some of them gonna make the best. So just we just hope to see more local kids get the shot. No Northwood, Saginaw Valley.
Yeah,
So that's all we want to see. I mean, that's what I look for. You know. Oh, had somebody hitting me up about coaching. I'll get back to them later. Yeah. But yeah, so also on the other local scene, I give these schools a shout out because, of course, I got ties to them. But we had Adrian, they lost to Hope 21-30. We got AJ and Sam out there playing. They
okay,
doing big out there, man. I see good stuff on Sam every week. Then we go to Olivet. Olivet, after having a big loss last week, I think they went out to New York and got kind of handed to them, but came back to beat Alfred State 40-19. You know, my little bro Q had 4 catches for 54 yards. Man, and also, man, I always got to say this, bro, but Q, not only is he a top football player, but man, he's like a honor student, president, dean, whatever it
on
is. He on
everything,
that list
man.
every time,
That's great.
So hats off to him. And also another one, Bobby Martin. He played for Madonna. They struggling right now, but I'm always tell everybody this dude been in college 3.5 years, been on the president and dean list every year. 4.0s, bro.
And
So
really, that's what it's about, coach.
yep,
I mean, that education piece, that's what it's about.
yeah. So it's beautiful roses can grow through concrete here in Saginaw. That's
Oh
that's what I
man,
be hitting at, man. We got
most
some great
definitely,
talent, and it ain't
most
just
definitely.
football players. We got kids all over the state, but it's a sports show right here. So I happen to touch on the sports kids.
Oh
And
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah. And then we got a big fella play linebacker at Lawrence Tech. They took a loss to St. Vincent 44-17. His name John Jackson. He played at Bridgeport his senior year. Came from Arthur Hill,
Okay.
so got ties to you there. So man, that's it on the local scene that I got. You got anything on the local college scene before we get to the top 10?
Oh no, man, not really locally. I mean, I follow it, but I used to work at Northwood for a minute, so I was
Mm,
really, looking at their tailgate, just to be, I'll tell anybody, Saginaw Valley and Northwood, beautiful campuses,
yeah,
great atmosphere. If you
yeah.
didn't want to really go nowhere, everybody ain't ready to go out of state, and that's how a
No,
lot of us fail. We get
yeah,
the scholarships, we get that, but once you get there, can you stay there? Because like I
that's
say,
right.
it's still school. It's a
Mm-hmm.
university. You're there to play sports, but it's still school. So you got to make sure you're right that when you get out of state, you stay out of state. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
But try Northwood, try Saginaw Valley, and I hope that any recruiters out there, recruit some of these kids, man. Give them opportunity.
that's right. And quit looking at their record. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real with you. You can't judge a kid off of his team record. That's one
No.
thing I will say as a football coach the past 8 years at Bridgeport. Coaches would come and say, "Man, we know y'all in one of the hardest conferences in the state." He said, "But what we love, your kids work. They hard workers. They compete and they fighters." I tell everybody all the time, I said, that's all them coaches want. It's about your character. Now, most people recruit character. They ain't recruiting talent no more. Because talent only gonna get you so far. Character gonna take you a long way in life.
Got to
You
be
know,
coachable. I tell anybody that you got to be coachable. I don't care how much
for
talent you
real.
got. If you ain't coachable, I don't want you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I mean, ain't nobody
Bro.
gonna want you.
Hey, and that's just how it is with me too, man. If I can't coach you, man, and you won't listen to the crowd, go. I don't need it. And it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings even this year when it comes to that round ball. Because it's a lot of kids think they this, but ain't putting in this.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
got
want it.
to.
So, hey, I'm a crawl before I walk. Simple and
That's true.
plain.
It's
You know.
everybody.
Yeah. So look, we're gonna go into the top 10. But before we get going, as everybody see you wearing that
Right, yeah,
jacket,
man. That's
I can't say the name. I'll let you say the name.
D.
But
We got to put D. Ohio State University. D. Ohio State.
and if y'all don't know what that D mean, I mean dumbasses. I just had to let you
Hey,
know.
hey, coach. Hey, a funny story. When I say D, THE. My
Yeah.
son messed with me. He's like, Daddy, I don't think that's the word you're looking for. You saying a letter. And I'm like, oh man, come on, man. I said that's just the way I talk. I said, but it's D.
Yep.
So sometimes I gotta
Well,
spell it out.
yeah. But hey, y'all had a week off though. I think y'all got as I'm looking at the
We
screen up
got
here, I think
Maryland coming up.
y'all
Maryland,
got
noon Saturday.
Oh, okay. Maryland undefeated. Y'all undefeated.
Hey, to
Somebody
to
gotta
a
lose.
brother, throwing that thing across the field. I mean,
Yeah. Y'all got
Ohio
too many
State to
weapons
me,
though.
two teams. I don't want Ohio State playing that night no more. I don't want them to play Maryland that night. We had a tragedy about 6 years ago where they ran up the score on us, and we can't go to Penn State at night. I don't care who playing for Penn State. You can't go to the Whiteout at Happy
No.
Valley at night. If
No.
we stay away from those two things,
Hmm.
we'll be all right till we got to play, Michigan.
Yeah. You're right about that too. But I got y'all winning this game this week though.
Oh yeah,
I
I think it should be.
I'm gonna
If
say by more than 2 touchdowns too.
if my coach Ryan Day can stay out the way and quit being Urban Meyer and overthinking situations.
Man, I can't believe you call that dude your coach though, for real. He
I
horrible.
mean, look, hey, coach, we got it. Proof. I mean, if we just go by records, you lost to Clemson twice, Alabama, and Michigan twice. Those
Yeah.
are his 5 losses.
I
That's
know.
it. He ain't
I
lost
know.
nothing else.
But you know what they hate? You can't lose to that last team.
Oh no. John
They
Cooper learned that the hard way when he was a Ohio
Y'all
State
can lose
coach.
to anybody. But when y'all lose to us, and when he lose this year, they find him right after the game.
Oh no, coach, we ain't losing this year.
Oh, it's over, bro. Y'all coming to us. It's over.
I mean, I think the last time we came to y'all, I mean, before the last 2 wins y'all got, last time we came to y'all, I think Justin Fields still throwing touchdowns out there and they hung 70. So,
Hey man, we ain't even gonna talk about that, right? Because we just
see,
gonna do it now.
there go the Michigan
Justin,
fan.
hey, Justin can't even hold up a what? They had a 18-point, 21-point
Yeah,
lead.
I
Yeah,
mean,
terrible,
I
terrible.
hate to say it, coach. That's one time I'm gonna say it's coach. You can pay it in the NFL, but I'm gonna say bad coaching because
Yeah,
if I really look at it objectively, CJ Stroud, they always just say Ohio State quarterback can't really play in the NFL. I mean, that's the thing. Haskins failed, rest his
yeah,
soul. You got other people, 12 gauge, To me, 12 games wasn't ready anyway. You should have won when your momentum was hot. After you won the national championship, you should have left.
Yep,
Joe
that's
Burrow
true.
really didn't ever play at Ohio State.
Yeah,
And that shows you a lot that Joe Burrow won a national championship at LSU. Great Cincinnati Bengals. I think he's the highest paid quarterback since Patrick Mahomes just redid his deal, so now it's Mahomes. But you couldn't beat out JT Barrett.
yeah,
Think about that. Joe Burrow could not beat out JT Barrett for the starting job
yeah.
at Ohio State.
You're right. JT Barrett, Mr. I didn't get that yard. I remember that.
Oh man, he got that yard, man. He got that
Man,
yard.
you know that referee never reffed again in his life. You know that?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. He never reffed again. That's something. And we was in y'all city.
Yeah, I
So
mean
what they
that's
tell you?
yeah. If you ain't
And
never ref
Michigan
again,
had,
then I'm gonna be a little suspicious of that mark. Then if you never officiated again, yeah,
he
you
never
probably got a good homer call.
Yeah. You know, and those happen. Those happen. But you're
But I
right
want to
though,
get on my
man.
Buckeye. I want to get on my Buckeye rant. I probably can talk all day about Ohio State. So
Yeah,
we
I know. And then, my
next.
Michigan people gonna get mad at me like, I can't believe you let him talk. But this is why I brought you on, because last week, me and Damaris, we kind of bashed y'all a little bit, And I mean, even though y'all didn't play, y'all still the 4th ranked team in the country, 2
Oh
under
yeah.
Michigan Wolverines. As always, y'all gonna look up to the big brothers. But it is what it is, you know. But we appreciate y'all though. I can't wait for that game though.
I
But
can't.
let us get through this season, and both of us come in again undefeated. As always, the best game in the country every year.
Yes.
Then next year we got some new cats coming in our backyards wanting to play. So we'll smash them. And I think we ain't even in the last game next year. You know that?
Which would be crazy.
Yeah, we ain't even the last game. I think Michigan got USC last, and I think y'all got Oregon. That's
I mean,
crazy.
I can see the Big Ten really doing that. Generating something. But where would you fit that Ohio State Michigan game
They
then?
got us playing like 2 games before the end of the season, or 1 game before we play the end, and then we got Michigan State like the week before. I think it's stupid messing up our tradition and our schedule.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. Speaking of my guys, we had a big win over Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, which you and I both know ain't nobody watching on Nebraska football,
Nah.
But this week we take on Minnesota. We go to Minnesota this week. So I always like their coach though, since he was at Western.
PJ, can he roll that boat against Michigan?
Nah, that thing got a hole in it, gonna sink. So we'll be we're gonna get through that one. I give us a 21 point. We actually looked way better last week than we looked the whole season.
Okay.
So I was proud of that though. I seen Texas beat Kansas. Texas is real good, but I think they got the Red River thing this weekend.
Yeah, Red River shootout this week. I mean, we'll see Saturday at noon is Texas back for real. I mean, the hype been coming for the last 2 years since Stark been down there. We'll see Sunday. Because I can remember last time he had this much hype.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams came off the bench his freshman year and put up like 5 touchdowns in the second half and beat them. So can he finally get over that Oklahoma hump? Then I'll say, yeah, Texas back.
Yeah, we go see. That's gonna be good, man. And then of course, man, big game this past week, USC knocked off my Colorado Buffaloes. Yes, as I always tell everybody know I bleed blue, but I'm also a proud bandwagoner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Go Prime. So I gotta hit this with you, man, before we move on to pro, because really after this, ain't nobody in college. We talked about your boys, talked about mine.
Yeah.
We got to get love to Prime. Well, I'm gonna get love to Prime. I don't know your stance on it.
Come on now, I've been a Deion Sanders fan since Florida State. I can remember the punt return against Clemson in Death Valley. Man. I always rock with Deion.
Hey, it's a lot of people forgot, man. What you feel about the hate that man getting, bro?
I mean, because I think that's just both sides of the fences. Not to bring race, but you got black people hating on him, white people hating on him. And I think it's the people look at that as him as arrogant. cocky.
Hmm.
It's just like, I'll say between him and LeBron, I don't know who get the most hate, and you couldn't tell me why you hate either one of them. Can't nobody really tell me why they hate LeBron. Oh, the
You can't.
decision. So a lot of y'all hate Dion because he said, "Hey, I got my luggage and it's Louis.
Hmm.
Y'all get
It's
up out of
Louis.
here." Which is the proof is in the pudding, coach.
That's right.
I brought my luggage. It was Louis, and now he's balling out. Travis Hunter, before
Mhm.
he got hurt, balling out. Shador, balling out.
Yes.
These recruits I brought in, balling out. I think people just was like, why you couldn't do that at HBCU? Why you couldn't do that? And we both parents. If you
Mhm.
had opportunity when your son was playing and you at Delta College, much love to Delta, local community college. If you at Delta College, they offered you to come up to Eastern Michigan College.
Hmm.
You gonna turn it down because you want to build a program at Delta and your son is playing for Delta, but you can take him to Eastern Michigan to put him on TV to get him this, get him that. That's life. I'm gonna put my kid out there in the best environment because what you're telling me is my kid can't produce against these Division 1 top recruits. Y'all telling me,
Exactly.
okay, this HBC. Oh yeah, Shador doing this against Alabama A&M. He doing this against. But now when I put on the tape, oh, Shador doing this against TCU. Shador did this against Caleb Williams. Yeah, they lost. I mean, they got behind the 8 ball too long. I mean, to
Yeah.
me, and I heard the commentator say this, and I'm starting to think he should do it probably this week, starting this week. He probably need to quit deferring. He probably want to take the ball, put his offense out there first, to at least try to get 3 points on the board so they can have confidence and start playing with the lead instead of playing behind. But
Yeah,
I
that's
tell
true.
anybody, 2 to 3 years when you get them big boys in the trenches on both sides of the line, and he
Yeah.
is no more Pac-12, so you won't be
Yeah.
playing the Oregon's USC with all the speed no more. You'll be down there playing. Well, Texas leaving, Oklahoma's leaving, so they'll be in the SEC. So now you at the Big 12, where now you playing Utah, um, BYU, I think is there. You're not playing. You're still elite colleges, but you're not playing there. So man, like I
Yeah.
said, coach, I think the hate is because he's arrogant or whatever you want to call it, cocky. He believes in himself, but man, if I don't believe in myself, who believe in myself? Then I think they
Thank you.
look at it like, come on, man, this dude. But my thing is this: some of y'all used to idolize him when he was a player.
And,
Now why
and
you
you
don't
know the
like him?
sad part? You know the sad part is like you said too. His confidence or arrogant, as they say, I love hearing them say he wear it like cologne and it smell good and you feel good. Because
Mhm.
the same thing you just hit on, if he can't believe in himself, who else gonna believe? It's the same thing him, me, you, and all of the coaches in America be telling our kids. The difference is he putting it out here through social media. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he talk about God. He give God his praise. That's a lot of hate on him because people don't believe the man truth about his faith. We all do things different, and we
Yeah.
all are created different. So I personally, I can't stand these cats that hate on him. We got a lot of Saginaw cats that hate on him and get mad at me because I got an opinion on why I like him and I follow him. But I stand by it. Yes, I'm a Michigan Wolverine till I die, but I'm a Colorado Buff bandwagoner while Dion there because I'm a
I'm
follow a great coach like that.
Hey, I tell anybody this. Just like with my love for LeBron. Wherever LeBron at, that's my favorite team. So with
Same
Coach
with me.
Prime, I mean, I'm gonna always be a Buckeye, but I'm gonna rock with
Yeah,
Coach Prime. I like
that's
I
right.
like the confidence and the cockiness. I mean,
I love
I,
it.
I
I
mean
love it.
that's I mean, but and what I don't understand with Saginaw cats, like most of us are like that in real life. like
Thank
like
you.
like like the people who hate me,
Thank
like,
you.
dude, that's you in real life. You're cocky like
Yeah.
that.
And most of us coach that coach here are like that, and we got our own arrogance. That's like I was
Yeah.
telling somebody the other day. I've been doing that social media thing way before Dion came out coaching doing it. When they want to talk about Bridgeport, been doing the uh midnight practices, going live, doing all the little videos with them and doing this. But it's a way to attract kids. It's a way to you
Oh
do
yeah.
things so people can see what your program's doing. And if it worked, man, why mess with it? And hell, from what I seen, what he had on the sideline coming
Oh
in,
man.
He had
He
3
had
of
the
the top
who's of who.
players from Detroit. 3 of
All three
Detroit
of them.
top players. Yes,
And
was
he had
there.
the week before they was at home. He had the top quarterback, the guy from Belleville. Belleville.
Yep,
I
yep.
mean, but
Hmm.
it's the prime effect, and I think people just don't like that, man. People,
Yeah,
people just, people rather. And what's crazy? You would rather send your son to a Nick Saban than to a Coach Prime.
mm,
And I want to know, yeah, Nick Saban made all his money, at Alabama, but Nick Saban
yeah.
wasn't a heck of a NFL coach. We know what
Nah,
Coach Prime did in the NFL.
that's the truth too. That's
That's
the
the
truth, coach.
some positions I tell people, I say some things you want to debate about, we can debate about. But to me, two
Hmm.
positions I really can't debate about with my own eyes and me. Prime is the best cornerback I ever saw,
Yep.
and Barry Sanders is the best running back I ever saw. So, and I know
I'm
it's
always
Cowboy.
disagreeing.
You gonna go
I'm a
with who?
disagree.
Oh, so
I'm a
so
disagree.
see that go to debate. You must be an Emmitt Smith fan.
I'm an Emmitt Smith fan, but don't get me wrong. Emmitt right here and Barry right here. You see, my hands didn't move. I
Yeah,
ain't no
that's true.
stupid person. I know. It's just Barry played for the Lions, which I'm not a Lion fan.
I'm not
I'm
either.
a Cowboy fan. And, since we are going into that, since we crossed that line, man, I just wish the Lion fans, hey, great defense. I love it. Yo, they winning right now. They doing good. But Lord have mercy. These boys ain't going to the damn Super Bowl. They cheering like
No,
these dudes doing something. I just got on an argument on somebody back and forth debate the other day. Lions going to the Super Bowl. We ain't losing the game. Green Bay ain't the same. They should win their conference, I believe, hands down. Unless Kurt turn it around
but
in Minnesota. Unless,
you
but now
should. I mean,
he should, but they should win that. But they're talking about they right there under the Eagles and 49ers.
nah,
Oh
nah.
no. I ain't gonna lie to you. I pray I can get out to Dallas soon because they coming to the Cowboy country.
Okay. Oh,
And
so they got to go to Dallas.
yeah, they gotta go to Dallas this year. And I'm trying to get to that game, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh man, that'd be a blessing. I tell people, the Lions should get a home playoff game.
Yeah,
If you win your division, now it depends on who you play, who you gonna get first, because you better hope you get the NFC South winner, Tampa,
yeah,
New Orleans.
yeah,
If you get one of them teams from the West, or you get the loser out of the Eagles and the Cowboys in the East,
yeah,
I don't care if you got a home game. You probably can't survive that. You'll show me a lot, Dan Campbell, because the way it's shaping out, that's what you're gonna get.
yeah. That right now. And then you still, like you said, you're still young. What, we in week 5?
Yeah,
We're still young. So we shall see though, man. But I just wish the Lion fans would quit, thinking they going to the Super Bowl. They gonna win again this week. They got the 0-4 Panthers.
but you know how it
You
be,
know,
Coach. When you ain't never won, you're gonna be excited for them little 5-6 wins. You're gonna take that with a
yeah,
grain of salt. You're gonna be
yeah.
happy.
So they better accept this win this week. Unfortunately for us, it's gonna be on Fox, so they're gonna be showing it in our area. I can't stand that.
Oh man, I hate
You
that.
know,
That's one of the things I wish. I got the little red zone thing. So with
yeah,
fantasy football, and really messed up my fandom because I,
yeah.
I I really don't care about. I care about teams, but I don't care about teams. I care about players and points. So
That's right,
so
because we're trying to win our money at the end of the year.
yeah. So
Mhm.
that would get me
You're right.
going.
But it's certain people though. I won't pick a player from your team. Like I hate the Commanders. Being a Cowboy fan, but I got their running back, man, and he been making me be all right because I
Oh
went
yeah, I
against the
tried to trade
grain
for him. They
for
one
real.
guy won't give him up.
Damn, because I tried. I got a Pittsburgh running back, Harris. Boom, man, just
Man,
killing me.
too much. I tell people, when you look at some of them games, especially with Najee, too much side to
Yeah,
side, man. This ain't college, man. You got to hit the whole goal. As a
yeah,
coach always told me, break, then bend. So you got to break
That's
it down.
right.
Then you can bounce out if something there, but you got to break it first. So you got to hit the hole and go through the hole first before you try to dance to the side.
Yeah, because I don't know what he be on out there, man. Sometimes it's irritating, but it's all good though, man. Also, we got some big games in the NFL coming up though this week. You know, we got Buffalo and the Jags. I think they go over to London and play at 9:30 in the morning. So
Which
I'll
is
be up
crazy.
and watch that before I go to work. You know, Bills getting back on their grind, so that's a good thing to see.
Yeah.
Um, my Cowboys, man, we're gonna be in the battle. We got the 49ers
Yeah.
and San Francisco too. Last time we was there, Dak gave away the playoff game. And Dak, I do not trust. I will tell you
I
that right now.
I just for that was my next thing that's gonna come out of my mouth. How do you feel about that, Coach? What's
Nope.
your opinion about that?
Hey, let's let Trey play against his former team and show him why they shouldn't have traded him. That's how I honestly feel. Dak is a good leader, but he's not the leader to lead the court. Like, he ain't no Troy Aikman, Danny
No.
White. He ain't none of them Roger Starbacks. You know, hell, he ain't even a Tony Romo, and I couldn't stand Tony Romo. You
Nah.
know, so we shall see, though. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I ain't giving no predictions on that game against the 49ers. You know,
I think what people don't expect, I think gonna happen. I think it probably be like 31-24. You pick the winner. I mean, but I think gonna be a shootout because both of them defenses started out good and they playing lights out. They got everything you need in defense, but somehow in them
yeah,
type of games, you getting the shootouts and defense don't show up.
don't show. You right. That's true too, man. Because Cowboys won my first fantasy game with 35 points.
Yeah.
They had more
And,
points than my quarterbacks. You
and then
know,
look at last week what they did.
yeah.
Couple touchdowns. You know, Dak didn't play an outstanding game last week,
Nope,
but the
nope, he
score, the way the
didn't.
score looked, defense gave you 3 touchdowns.
That's right. Couple sacks, picks. So yeah, you right about that. Also, you got the Ravens and the Steelers this weekend, but don't know what's gonna happen with Kenny Pickett's. I had him as a quarterback, but I had to get rid of the bum.
Man.
You know,
Hey man,
so
Coach
I don't
Murphy,
know
when they
what.
say when your hands can't really grip the football, that's why you wear gloves. I don't think that's a good I don't think that's a good thing when you got small hands being an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I think only one person got away with that, and that was Thomas Brady. You
Yeah,
know,
and the only thing I hate about the Steelers, man, I really believe this year you saved it last year by going 8-8. I think the
hmm
run for Mike Tomlin over 500 is over this year.
that,
It's over. I don't think he'll break 500 this year.
you
It'll
know what?
shock
I
me
keep
if that record stands that he go 8-8 or 9 and whatever or anything like
mm,
that. I hate to say it, love Coach Mike Tomlin, but I think it's over.
man. I hate to see that because I do like him. I don't like his team, but everybody know I've been against Pittsburgh all my life. Even when Wood was playing, you know, we'll get mad at me, but I'm sorry.
Well,
So I hate to see that for the man, but hey, it is what it is.
yeah, but I think the run
Then
is
the
over.
other big game you got is the Rams and the Eagles. I'm pulling for the Rams for my own personal reasons,
Yeah, I don't think
but
it's gonna happen
that's
though.
I know I don't think it's gonna happen.
I
The
think the
Eagles
Eagles last
defense,
showed you that, you know what I'm saying. Whatever type of game. That's one thing about the Eagles. Whatever type of game
yeah,
you want to play, we can play. If you want to
they can
muck it up and we got to run Hurts, I hate that quarterback push stuff though. That's to me is
yeah.
probably the
That's
wackest play in football right now.
Yeah, that's changing the game, man. I don't like that because now you're starting to see other teams try that look terrible. New England tried it and lost 2 yards
Yeah,
against the Cowboys. So I don't know. But other than that, man, I don't know. You don't nobody want to watch the Giants and the Dolphins because we already know Dolphins gonna bounce back.
oh
They
yeah,
might put
Dolphins
up
may put
80 on
70
the
on them.
Giants. Yeah. And then who else we got up here on the board? Nobody gonna watch the Bears in Washington
Nah,
unless they own fans.
nah,
Uh, Saints and Patriots, another boring game.
nah,
It's terrible football this weekend in the NFL. Cardinals and the Bengals both 1-3. So
That's a game I could pass over to. Like I
yep,
said, we gotta look at the Cowboys game, probably look at all that game. Everything else, I'll be on the red zone, just checking out the scores
checking out the
and
stats.
the
That's right.
fantasy
'Cause
players.
The only other one is Vikings and Chiefs, and Chiefs probably gonna win that. And Monday night, even a sleeper, man. You got Packers and Raiders. Not even worth
And,
watching. Get your rest
and
on
I
Monday
was a
night.
Packer, and I was a Packer fan until Aaron Rodgers really left. I got to find me a new team. I like the
Yeah,
Dolphins. I like the Dolphins because I like the coach,
yeah,
and I like that Tua, if he can stay upright. That Tua is pretty good. He was good at Alabama.
yeah.
What I don't be understanding is like people. I understand the NFL game,
Mm-hmm.
move faster and quicker, but then you be like Justin Fields, for example. Like this guy didn't never forget how to play quarterback. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of this got to come to coaching. Zach Wilson, y'all took him second overall. Y'all passed on all them other players, Jets. At BYU, was Zach Wilson really that good? Because every highlight you saw Zach Wilson before he came out, it was two passes. He
That's
threw
it.
two good passes, and he played competitive against a couple of top ranked teams.
That's right.
And now everybody all of a sudden shocked that Zach Wilson is not an NFL quarterback. And y'all knew that coming out.
That's the truth too. It's like they give money away to the wrong people, man. You know, still controversial, and I'll still say this, but why haven't my man came back yet?
Oh man, they ain't gonna never let him back. They ain't gonna never let him back. I mean, that's the biggest, really the biggest blackball that you can just see that's plain as day. That's like we're not hiding it, no matter what
Yeah,
you do. Because now the thing is, since he wrote the little letter, J. Cole's posted it. Now everybody saying, "Oh man, you should have did this 5 years ago. You should have did this. You've been out the league 6, 7 seasons. Ain't no way you come." Man, this man was trying to do that, but y'all, what the NFL got upset with,
hmm.
he wanted to control his narrative. Like,
That's it.
okay, all right, y'all set me up a workout. But when I get to the workout, now y'all got receivers. I brought my own receivers. Now y'all got receivers out here. So what you telling me is, what if I throw a bomb, a deep pass, a out, a dig, but this receiver dog it? I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
told him to dog it or not.
thank you. That's the whole key there too.
You
That's the
know,
whole key.
so
You know they did that.
so no, I'm not gonna let y'all set up my thing. You know what I'm saying? My workout. Let me set it up. We're gonna be here. I'm gonna bring my receivers. Y'all come out here and film me.
Hmm.
And but they gonna make whatever excuse, man. Cap will never get back in the league. I hate to say it.
Yeah,
He'll never get back, man.
that's just like him and Cam both. They'll never be able to come back
No. It's that
and say,
shifted, this and then with Cam, I don't think Cam for one should have never went to Belichick.
nope,
I mean, because you ain't even the type of quarterback that Belichick really want.
nope,
His system don't dictate that. You ain't a pat throw it. You know what I'm saying? You were more pat. Oh, I don't see nothing. Let me get out of here. Let me run. That ain't what
yep,
Belichick teaches. And
yep.
Belichick thought he had it in Mac Jones, but we see now.
Come on, man. We all know Mac Jones, an Alabama quarterback. They
Maybe
don't.
Belichick should just tank this year and try to get Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
And
because
try
I
to get
know Caleb.
he can take Caleb Williams.
Hey, because I know he don't want to go to who is it? The Cardinals.
Oh no, his daddy already said. He said, I mean, his daddy said, no, we ain't going to Arizona. Got the number one pick. We'll be in the Big Ten next year playing against Michigan, Ohio State. Because my son won't be
There you
going there.
go. And go get that 10 mil. They said him and Shadur can both make next year.
Oh man,
They said
but
both of them can make it.
but let's be honest, Coach. If you like the college atmosphere, you
Hmm.
like what you're doing, you still playing ball, and now the level has changed because of NIL.
Yeah,
Man, 10 million is 10 million. No matter if Jerry Jones signing it or whatever this
yeah,
NIL deal signed it, 10 million is 10 million on my table.
yeah.
So
That's true.
I got more options now that where y'all just can't tell me I'm going to Arizona. I'm going to
Hmm.
well, I don't know, it's another whack team. Oh, I'm going to Chicago again. Because no. If I'm Caleb Williams, I'm looking at it like Arizona, Chicago right now, probably gonna be 1 and 2. Depends on how the rest of the season play out.
Yep.
Do I want to go and do I want to go there and they do the same thing that they did to Justin Fields? Only way I go
Yeah.
to Chicago if Lincoln Riley coming with me and we do this thing like when we left Oklahoma and went to USC. Now, if you
That's
telling
true.
me Lincoln Riley y'all gonna hire Lincoln Riley as my head coach in Chicago and y'all got the number 1 pick, then I'm coming out. But if you telling me Eberflus gonna still be there, nah, I'm good. I'll be at SC.
There it is. Hey, with that being said, bro, we done touched the 55-minute mark. I love it. Good sports talk this morning. Hey, it's a good thing to do though, man. Woke up early after 12-hour shift, man, to get this interview in with you.
Hey, we both did. I did the same thing. I set my alarm, make sure I got up on time because I worked at 6 to 6, so I understand that.
Yes, sir. So other than that, man, shoot, we'll talk. We get a chance to come back on so we can talk some of this NBA. But before we go, I ain't even put the picture up, or I ain't bring it up. I know you seen Jimmy Butler.
Oh man, come on, man. I mean,
I was like, what the Gladys Knight and Pips is going on here?
Man, we people want to say, it's just Jimmy being Jimmy.
Oh my goodness, he set us back.
Hey, brother, Coach Marshall, I love your podcast. Man, I don't want you to lose no sponsors. I don't want you to lose nothing. So my real opinion, I would not go in there, but some stuff we got to quit doing just for clicks and just for likes or just for conversation. If I got to be a conversation piece for that, I'm good where I'm at. I'm straight.
Hey man, and you know what? On that note, Coach, I respect that. I appreciate that. And I once again want to thank you for being the guest on the More Than the Coach Sports Recap. We got to get together and do it again, bro, for real.
Oh man, anytime, Coach.
Definitely before the big game.
Oh yeah, we got to talk some smack before that one.
Yeah, that maybe we had to bring your other Buckeye fan in here, Tank. And
get him on there. Get my nephew on that, man.
We got to get him on here. And we had that conversation, man. Well, Coach, I know you got to get in there. It's your day off today. I got to go.
It's my days off, Coach. Enjoy these 4 days off, man.
Yeah, I got 2. Well, I should have had 3, but I had to make up a training day today. So I'm gonna go in tonight, and then I'm off the next 2 until Saturday. So, man,
I appreciate you having me on here, man. My first time ever doing a little podcast like this, man. I like it.
Bro, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's something that I'm gonna do, man, and keep going. This is my next life and journey after coaching basketball.
But I got a question for you. I mean, I do got something I need you to do for me.
Okay, what's that?
On your next podcast.
All
with
right.
You and your wife, Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Okay, I need you to ask this question to your audience or to your wife.
Okay.
Can you truly be in love with somebody if you don't respect them?
Ooh, damn.
I had an adult conversation with one of my homeboys last night. We just was going through a lot of things, but at work, we just was talking about life and everything. But that was on my mind. I did ask that question on Live Waves, that app. I was gonna put it on Facebook, but I said I talked to Coach Marshall. I got to ask him, his wife this question. I want, you know what I'm saying, so I can get the feedback and see what she think about it. Can you truly love somebody if you don't respect them? That don't got to be in relationship wise, but that's anything.
Anything. Oh yeah, I'm writing this down as we speak. So that's gonna be the question of the day, for real. Because we won't be on this week, but we'll be on next week. So I'm gonna put it out there so we can get replies and then talk about it that next show. Yes, sir. Thanks for that, Coach. That's deep.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you too, my brother, man. You have a blessed day. Enjoy your day off. Get some rest, man. And and we definitely will be hollering at each other again.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, brother. You have it. Take it easy, man.
Same to you, man. Salute.
All right. Yep. Peace. All right, y'all. Y'all see my partner, Coach Dominic Williamson, guest on today's show, y'all. We had a great conversation, great time, talk some sports. Good long interview. When you vibe and the time don't mean nothing though. Just gonna be real with you. So, Coach, I appreciate you today for coming on the More Than a Coach Sports Recap Show. To all the guests, the listeners, everybody out there, I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. Got some more shows coming up. Stay tuned for the More Than the Coach podcast. Got some good guests on the next couple shows. So with that being said, y'all, hey, I done spent the hour on here this morning. Now it's time to go get ready to punch that clock. Y'all have a blessed day. It's your boy, Coach Marshall, from the More Than the Coach Sports Recap Show. Peace.
This here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more than a coach. This here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more than a coach. Yeah, this here more than a coach. We talk about life, we talk about sports. This here more.